Hello, everybody. I am drawing a thank you doodle today because I just sold this card that's in the picture here. It's a tuxedo mask inspired, Sailor Moon themed greeting card that I had designed and I had listed on Etsy, and I sold one of them. So I always do a thank you doodle to go along with whatever, I sell in my shop. I just kind of draw something related to whatever sold usually. I guess I don't have to do that. I can just draw whatever I want because it's just kind of like a freebie bonus to go along with whatever I sell whenever I do make a sale. I don't really push my store very much, but it's just something fun that I like to do. So I'm drawing Sailor Moon because it's a Sailor Moon themed card, and Sailor Moon was what inspired me to start drawing when I was a kid. So I figured it'd be something good, you know, to go along with the Sailor Moon themed card. I figured it made some sense. So just drew a little cute basic pose. I I'm just sketching with a plain mechanical pencil. I've had most of these pencils since I was like in high school, and I just hang on to them forever and ever. And, it's not like a fancy artist pencil. This is just a sketch. It's going to get erased anyway. And I doodled some flowers in the background, and now I'm going to go in and ink it. I'm using artist pens, the Pitt artist pens. I have a couple different sizes. I have a pretty big set of those that I use. So I'm just going in, adding the lines. I'll go through and erase everything when I'm all done. Just nothing fancy, nothing going on fancy here. So I don't really have a whole lot to say about that. Sailor Moon is not my favorite character from Sailor Moon. I don't know how many of you have actually watched it, but she's kind of annoying a lot of the times. I love her, she's my girl, but I just she can be kind of annoying. And whenever I do draw Sailor Moon, I always draw her in like her original outfit if I can. I really didn't like, Super Sailor Moon or Eternal Sailor Moon, especially Eternal Sailor Moon. I just really don't like that outfit. I just don't like it at all. I like this one. I like how it's kind of primary colors, so I always default to drawing this one. Maybe I'll try to add some variety next time and draw something different. But this is just what I tend to do. So just sketching in some little flowers in the background. I'm adding another one, on the fly because I thought it needed a little bit of something else in that spot. So I'm going through and erasing it. This is just one of those high polymer erasers. This one's by Pentel. I try to get as much of the pencil up as I can because it will smear the markers if I go in to color it. If I don't get it all, I did a pretty good job this time. Sometimes you'll notice, like especially on the faces, it's always where you're always trying to keep it light. I feel like that's always where it smudges. But I'm going in with the same markers that I've been using for my last couple videos, the Bianyo brush markers. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. It's Bianyo. And I really like these. I'm going to use these exclusively to color for this video. I had to make some improvisations because I didn't have quite all the colors that I wanted. Like I didn't really have a color to shade her skin, the right color that I wanted anyway. So I just kind of used a light pink. You'll see that kind of in a little bit. I am really bad about putting the caps where you can see them, and they're kind of blurry anyway, so you can hardly even see them in this video, so sorry about that. But I actually, when I draw, I like to hold the cap in my left hand while I'm drawing with my right hand, so it's kind of a hard habit for me to break, to remember to put those caps down where you guys can see them, so you'll constantly see me forget to do that. I don't really have, like, I'm just using a base color for her hair. I didn't really end up putting any highlights. I just let the base color show through. So this one's just a nice light yellow, and I'll go in and add some darker yellows in a little bit. And I also didn't really have the right shade of blue, like a classic kind of like navy blue. So I went with a lighter one. This is actually called Brilliant Blue because the ultramarine that comes in this set is actually pretty dark, and I thought it was going to be too dark. And I actually forgot. I meant to go in when I do the gel pen highlights to put stripes on her collar, and I totally forgot. But again, these are like free little doodles, so I wasn't going to beat myself up over it. And this has already been shipped out with the card that sold, so it's already long since gone. I can't go back and fix it now, so you just kind of got to live with it. It's mostly just fun, like warm up and practice type thing. So, it's a lot of fun. So I'm going in with this little rose color. I use the same color for the flowers that I used to add the part in her mouth. So kind of ties in there. Let's see what I'm doing now. Oh, now I'm going back to the hair. So yeah, like you can see, I didn't really leave any highlights. I just kind of went in and added some shading with the darker colors of yellow. I didn't think that this color was dark enough. There wasn't enough contrast. So I'm going to go in with an even darker one. So here you go. And you can see that one a lot better. Kind of a little sloppy coloring on the hair. And I did go out of the lines a little bit, but like I said, I don't really care. It's just for fun. It's like a bonus. just like a little gift. So, you know, not something to complain about. And I always do little blushy cheeks. I think that that's fun, you know. And here's the color I was talking about. I'm using a really light pink to add some shadow to her skin. I have another really nice set of skin tones, and I actually have the Copic Chow skin tone set too. But like I said earlier, I just wanted to use one brand of markers to do this. Keep it simple, keep it clean, keep my desk uncluttered. And so that's what I did with that. Adding some detail to the roses with a darker shade of pinkish red. And I'll go back in with a lighter color, the one that I used for the base, and I'm going to kind of soften that out a little bit. Getting pretty close to being done, you know, getting there. Adding some shadows to the leaves. You know, like I said, this was just a quick, fun, you know, try not to think about it too much. I figured I'd record it and just show you guys so you can see my whole sketch process, start to finish. You can see my nails are painted too. You know, I never ever do that. I'm so impatient. I don't like to wait for them to dry, and then they smudge, and then I get really mad, and it's very frustrating. So I'm adding some details. I always write thank you in pencil in case the person that gets this wants to erase it. So that's what I did there. And here's the finished thing. You can see this is what it looked like right before I popped it in the package. And coming up is a Sailor Moon themed card, another one that I have for sale on my Etsy. You can check it out. I'm Pookie Pixels over at Etsy, and I don't really have a lot of stuff in my store right now. Not really focusing on that, but that's it. Have a good one. See you later. Bye.